activity we do with Zola, or we give Zola to keep her busy, is we give her frozen Kongs. Probably sometimes every day, maybe every other day. And there's a lot of things you can do with Kongs. You can put peanut butter in them. A lot of people do that. You can buy the Kong filling. You can make all sorts of mixtures. There's a lot of places online to look for stuff like that. And but this is one that we've created, and she loves it. It's made from our chicken stew we make her, and it's easy. We decided to make our own food. First of all, canned food is good, but the high quality is very expensive. So it's kind of like making chicken soup. If any of you have ever made chicken soup or seen your mama do it, you throw the chicken in. I guess you could cut it up, but I'm not really a chicken person. But then what I did is I got vegetables I have in the house already. Dogs shouldn't eat onions. They shouldn't eat garlic. So unlike your mama's soup, you want to keep them out. I'm eventually going to cut them up, but they're frozen. Easier to just throw them in now. Frozen peas I had in the freezer. I had celery in the refrigerator already, and I had carrots and potatoes. And so that's, I'm going to chop all these up, throw it in, throw it on the stove. Nice little bite size. You'll see when we make the Kongs why you want this stuff small. What I do is, as you see, this is a big pot. I only have one dog. I freeze a lot of it in the soup state, and then later on, when I take it back out to make Kongs with, I'll add the rice or the quinoa to make it thick. But so I have an extra freezer, so I make a lot of this to make it easy again. Alright, so this is a huge pot. We're going to put it on medium-high for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to keep checking it. I got the chicken stew to boil on medium-high, and then I lowered it and put the lid on it to medium-low, and cooked it for another about an hour and 15 minutes until, as you see, the chicken's falling apart. I'm letting it cool. I let it cool now for a little bit because now I have to pick the chicken apart. So I'm going to take it out of here, put it into another dish, and remember my beans are too big, so I'm going to chop them up a little bit, and then I'm going to throw chicken pieces back in. When I cut the chicken pieces, I'm going to make them nice and small, bite size again. See how it's absorbing the liquid? Look how lovely that looks.
Is there any reason why we couldn't eat this?
We could eat it. It just has no salt in it and no onions. And yeah, no, it's definitely... I love to put parsley in things. Prior to this, I used to get canned food and add a little rice. But now I try as much as I can to make homemade whole food. So I put about... this is brown rice. You can also use quinoa. You can use instant rice. You can use leftover rice from the Chinese restaurant you just went to. I put about, let's say 2 cups in here and of rice. And then I put some of the stew in. I don't put a lot of the water in. I kind of drain out the broth, and I use that to just feed her. So sometimes a drink to keep her hydrated. I put in probably, I said 2 cups of rice, and I probably put 3 cups of this stew in there. And then I stir it up. There was a little broth, so the rice sticks. Let it set for a minute or 2, absorb the rice. And then I get my Kongs, while that's absorbing, making sure they're clean. I have 4 Kongs, actually, because I like to freeze a bunch for the week. I get a teaspoon because it fits easy into the Kong, and I spoon the ingredients into the Kong, pushing it down. I try to make it real dense so she has more to work with. And then, just because I like to put a little ice cream cone on top. But voila! Put them in here and put them in the freezer. And freeze them for a while, and when they're done, I give my girlfriend a Kong. Just pretend to eat it though. And with the leftover filling, I put it in a sealed container in the refrigerator and either put it on her food, or since it has rice in it, fill up the Kong she uses that evening and make another one. It lasts for 3 or 4 days in the fridge.